The following short video was originally a PowerPoint presentation given at one of our open meetings on the 9th of April 2019. How well it will look on a small screen remains to be seen. At our meetings in Bryntaig Memorial Hall, we had the use of a 10-foot screen. Old photographs. Don't be too keen to throw them away. Why would you? Even old faded photos bring back memories. I have examples of old and damaged photographs that at first glance may seem useless, but I will show that sometimes they can be recovered. This one was passed to me, and I was asked whether anything could be done with it. I wasn't sure, but I said I would have a look and see what I could do. And this was the result. It was taken in 1921 during the miners' strike, and the information written on the back is now embedded in the image. The charming young lady on the left is Marilyn Lawton, with her then boyfriend Mike Rowan. Mal lived down the road from me when I was growing up, in Orford in Warrington. She asked me to attempt to clean it up, as it was on the first pictures of her and Mike. This was the finished picture. And now poor Mal has been putting up with him for over 50 years. This is Sue Pritchard, a friend of Mal's. Her picture appeared on a Facebook page in a discussion about tech drawing. She worked at UKAE at Risley using an early method of digitising plans. Sue sent me this picture. It's of her mum, proudly posing with her new TV in about 1956. Sue had seen what I'd done with Mal's picture and asked if I could do a similar restoration. After a while I managed to get it to look like this. But as I had been experimenting with the software, that's sometimes how you learn, I did this. This would have made Sue's mum even more proud to see her daughter on TV. This faded little photo, smaller than a credit card, was brought in at one of our meetings by Shirley Randalls, who wondered whether there was any hope of scanning it. Modern scanners pick up far more detail than you might expect. I scanned it at the maximum resolution of the scanner and then removed the colour. It now looked like this. But when zooming in on it, I found there was a lot more to see. After an hour or so in a photo editing program, produced this. Again, the information on the back is now part of the image. The lad second from the right on the front row had moved as the photographer pressed the shutter, leaving a very fuzzy image. Though he wouldn't have found out until a few days later, unlike today's digital cameras. This one was sent to me by Carrier, our Chronicle editor. This is her dad's car. It was a hand-built kit car that he built himself. The picture needed restoring, but not the car. And this is the restored image. This one was brought to us as it was thought to be taken somewhere in the Broughton area. We now think not, as there are no alleyways like this around here. However, we did try to enhance the image so anyone in the picture could be possibly recognised. So far we have had no suggestions. But did you notice the dog? Or the bearded chap photobombing the picture? This one is of Carrie's dad. Carrie sent it to me, wondered whether I could recover it. I managed to tidy it up a bit, and then still experimenting, coloured it in. The little girl in this picture is Nell Frizz. She posted this picture on a Facebook page for Nantwich, where I live. It is the only picture she has of her dad. Stuck together with sellotape, a definite no-no. It sometimes lifts off the emulsion surface of the picture. If you absolutely must, only use it on the back. But after a while I managed to restore it and repost it. She was no doubt pleased. This one was another one brought into one of our meetings. After about an hour or so work, we managed to restore it and put the information on it. This one was unusual. This is a glass negative. It's known, I think, as an ambrotype. It had been stuck together with sellotape and stained the picture. After quite a while I managed to recover it. They are originally designed to be mounted on black velvet, which makes them look positive. I then coloured it to try and improve it even more. Sometimes the photos, although interesting for the family, occasionally revealed some unexpected results. For example, this photo posted on Facebook by one of the Holmes family shows the only known image of Pisgah Chapel and the schoolroom, albeit from the rear. On this example, showing my Aunt Dorothy on the banks of the Mersey at Warrington, the building in the background is the old Northwestern Farmers Flour Mill, and until recently I had not seen a good image of it. The red dot in this picture is where my aunt was standing in the previous picture. The building has long since gone. This picture of St Paul's was found in the vestry of the church. Some of our members were checking out the monumental inscriptions and came across it. Nearly 120 years old, it had suffered quite badly. There are marks on damp all over it. The gentleman on the right was actually the builder, and we managed to identify him as William Wycherley from other photographs of the family. This took a long while to do. I spent nearly 3 years working on this one, and they eventually got to this restored condition. I then went one better and tried to colour it, and this was the final result. A full-size print of this was framed and has been handed to the church. So before you throw any of your photographs away, just think twice. Sometimes the images in it may be poor, but the background is clear. The background may have something in it that is of interest and may show a building that no longer exists.